the heart of Southeast Asia lies Malaysia, a land where ancient rainforests meet vibrant coral reefs. This nation is a sanctuary for countless creatures, one of the last great strongholds for wildlife on Earth. Malaysia's forests and seas regulate our planet's climate and support a vast web of life. From the smallest insect to the largest mammal, every living thing plays a role in this interconnected story. Protecting Malaysia means preserving a vital part of our shared natural heritage. Imagine a world painted in vivid colors: the flash of a hornbill, the orange fur of an orangutan, the shimmer of a river fish. This living art is the result of millions of years of evolution. The story of Malaysia's wildlife is one of survival, resilience, and beauty. From the elusive clouded leopard to the gentle dugong, each creature adds a unique chapter. As we journey through this remarkable land, we'll uncover the secrets of its inhabitants and discover how we can help secure their future. This is a journey into the very heart of the living world. Malaysia is home to some of the world's most iconic animals. The Bornean orangutan, or person of the forest, spends its life in the treetops, spreading seeds and regenerating the rainforest. The Bornean pygmy elephant, Asia's smallest elephant, travels in gentle family groups, shaping the jungle as they go. Hornbills with their striking casques are the farmers of the forest, dispersing seeds and ensuring the forest's health. The rhinoceros hornbill is a spectacular sight, its wings echoing through the jungle. And then there's the Malayan tapir, with its unique black and white pattern, a living fossil from an ancient lineage. Young tapirs, covered in spots and stripes, blend perfectly into the forest floor. These shy, solitary animals forage at night, playing a vital role in their ecosystem. Each of these creatures is a living testament to Malaysia's wild heritage. Their survival is a precious link to our planet's distant past. Protecting them means protecting the future of the rainforest itself. Malaysia's forests hide some of the world's rarest and most mysterious animals. The clouded leopard, with its striking coat and long canines, is a master of stealth, rarely seen by humans. The sun bear, the world's smallest bear, uses its long tongue to extract honey and insects, but faces threats from habitat loss and poaching. Deep in the rivers, the Malayan mahsia, or kela, thrives only in pristine waters, serving as a sign of a healthy ecosystem. Protecting the mahsia means protecting entire river systems. The pangolin, covered in tough scales, curls into a ball when threatened and helps control insect populations. Tragically, pangolins are the most trafficked mammals on Earth, hunted for their scales and meat. Their fight for survival is urgent and ongoing. Each of these rare creatures plays a crucial role in Malaysia's natural balance. Their stories remind us how much we still have to learn and how much we stand to lose. Saving them is one of conservation's greatest challenges. Malaysia's rainforests are among the oldest on Earth, some dating back over 130 million years. These ancient forests are living libraries of evolution, teeming with life from the tallest emergent trees to the smallest fungi. They are the lungs of the Earth, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen, helping to regulate the global climate. The forest floor is a world of decomposition and renewal, recycling nutrients to sustain the towering trees above. Nothing is wasted. Every organism plays a part in this closed-loop system. A single hectare can contain more tree species than all of North America and Europe combined. For every tree, thousands of insects, birds, and mammals depend on it for survival. Malaysia is a megadiverse country, where nature's creativity has flourished for millions of years. Every square meter teems with life, much of it still undiscovered. Protecting these forests is essential for the health of our planet. Malaysia's rivers are the lifeblood of its jungles, carrying water and nutrients through dense forests. Rivers like the Kinabatangan are wildlife corridors, where elephants, proboscis monkeys, and hornbills gather. The health of these rivers depends on the surrounding forests, which keep the water clear and cool. When forests are lost, rivers become muddy and lifeless. Rivers have also shaped human life for thousands of years, serving as highways and sources of food. Indigenous communities hold deep knowledge of these waterways, living sustainably with nature. Wetlands and flooded forests along riverbanks are crucial breeding grounds for fish and birds. The entire river basin functions as one integrated system. Damage upstream affects life downstream. Protecting rivers means protecting forests, wildlife, and people alike. Every stream and wetland is vital to the ecosystem's health. A holistic approach is needed to safeguard these arteries of life. Amid challenges, Malaysia is home to inspiring stories of hope and dedication. The Bornean Sun Bear Conservation Centre rescues and rehabilitates sun bears, aiming to return them to the wild. Local communities along the Kinabatangan River now protect wildlife, working as guides and hosts in conservation tourism. Their livelihoods depend on the health of the forest and its animals. On the east coast, rangers and scientists protect sea turtles, moving eggs to hatcheries and releasing hatchlings safely into the sea. Indigenous rangers patrol forests, and scientists study wildlife to improve conservation. These people are the true guardians of the wild, working in tough conditions out of love for nature. Their efforts show that with commitment and collaboration, real change is possible. Conservation is not just about saving animals, it's about building a future where people and wildlife thrive together. Hope grows wherever people and nature work side by side. Despite hope, Malaysia's wildlife faces urgent threats. Habitat loss from deforestation for agriculture, especially palm oil, is the greatest challenge. When forests disappear, animals lose their homes and food sources. The illegal wildlife trade pushes species like pangolins and tigers toward extinction, driven by global demand. Poaching is carried out by organized syndicates, making it hard to stop. Human-wildlife conflict is rising as animals wander into farms, leading to tragic outcomes. Finding peaceful coexistence requires planning, community engagement, and innovative solutions. Pollution from agriculture and industry poisons rivers and kills wildlife. Plastic waste threatens marine life, causing injury and death. Tackling these issues demands action from governments, communities, and individuals. The future of Malaysia's wildlife depends on our choices today. The time to act is now. The challenges are great, but everyone can help protect Malaysia's wildlife. Choose products with certified sustainable palm oil to support forests and orangutans. As a tourist, pick ethical operators and support local communities through homestays and crafts. Never buy souvenirs made from animal parts. Support conservation groups like the Malaysian Nature Society or the Sun Bear Conservation Centre. Every donation helps. Adopt an orangutan or turtle to stay connected to the cause. Share Malaysia's wildlife stories with friends and on social media to raise awareness. The more people who care, the greater the pressure for change. Education and awareness are the first steps toward a better future. Every action, big or small, makes a difference. The future of Malaysia's wildlife hangs in the balance. One path leads to silent forests, the other to a world where humans and wildlife thrive together. Nature is resilient, forests can regrow, and animal populations can recover if given a chance. Conservation efforts and community dedication are making a difference. Malaysia stands at a crossroads, with the chance to lead the world in conservation. This requires bold decisions, innovative solutions, and the participation of all citizens. A living rainforest is worth more than a cleared one, in every sense. Let's be inspired by Malaysia's beauty and complexity. Support the guardians of the wild and make conscious choices. The story of Malaysia's wildlife is our story too. Together we can ensure a future where these living treasures endure for generations. The Himalayas, colossal peaks, eternal snow, the roof of the world. These majestic mountains stretch across 5 countries, creating a natural fortress that has stood for millions of years. This vast mountain range shapes the climate of an entire continent, forming a formidable barrier between the Indian subcontinent and the Tibetan plateau. It influences weather patterns, monsoons, and even the cultures of the people living in its shadow. Here, nature is raw and powerful, thin air, relentless winds, and bone-chilling cold. The environment is harsh and unforgiving, yet it is also breathtakingly beautiful. Yet, Life thrives in this vertical world, with ecosystems stacked from lush foothills to barren ice fields. Each layer supports a unique array of flora and fauna, adapted to survive in extreme conditions. The Himalayas are the source of Asia's greatest rivers, sustaining billions of people. These rivers provide water for drinking, agriculture, and industry, making them lifelines for the regions they flow through. These mountains act as a climate engine, trapping monsoon rains and nurturing biodiversity. The forests and valleys are home to countless species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. Our journey explores the ingenious ways life survives here, from elusive snow leopards to high-flying geese. These creatures have evolved remarkable adaptations to thrive in such a challenging environment. Each story is a testament to adaptation and endurance in one of Earth's most challenging environments. The resilience of life here is a powerful reminder of nature's tenacity. On the roof of the world, every day is a battle for existence. The animals and plants that call this place home must constantly adapt to survive. This is the Himalayas, a kingdom of extremes and a sanctuary for the tenacity of life. It is a place where the beauty of nature and the struggle for survival are inextricably linked. Life in the high Himalayas is a daily struggle against thin air and brutal cold, where every breath and every step is a challenge. Here, the landscape is both breathtaking and unforgiving, shaped by relentless winds and snow. Above 4,000 meters, oxygen is scarce, less than half of what's available at sea level. The air is so thin that even the hardiest creatures must fight for every breath, and the cold bites deeper with every gust of wind. Animals like the wild yak have evolved larger lungs and hearts, allowing them to draw in more oxygen with each breath and pump it efficiently through their bodies. Their blood is rich in hemoglobin, enabling them to survive where most would falter. These adaptations are the difference between life and death at these heights. The Himalayan winter brings freezing temperatures and howling winds that sweep across the plateaus, turning the world into a frozen wilderness. Survival depends on insulation. Snow leopards with their thick, luxurious coats and brown bears who grow dense fur and store body fat are well equipped to endure the coldest months. Many animals seek shelter in caves or burrows. These hidden refuges offer protection from the wind and snow and a place to wait out the worst of winter. Some, like the Himalayan marmot, hibernate through winter. Hibernation slows their metabolism, allowing them to survive for months without food, safe and warm underground. They conserve precious energy until spring's return, when the snow finally begins to melt and life stirs once more. Every adaptation is a response to the relentless cold and lack of oxygen. Here, endurance is everything, and only those who are truly prepared can hope to survive. Only the most resilient survive in this high-altitude world, where the environment tests every living thing to its limits. The Himalayas demand ingenuity from every creature, whether it's finding food, shelter, or simply a way to stay warm. Life here is a constant test of adaptation, where only the cleverest and toughest can thrive in the thin air and biting cold. In the open Himalayas, camouflage is survival. The snow leopard's dappled coat blends perfectly with rocky slopes, making it nearly invisible to prey and rivals. This stealth is vital for hunting bharal or blue sheep and for avoiding danger. A successful ambush saves precious energy in this harsh terrain. Even apex predators must sometimes hide. Mothers with cubs or the injured rely on invisibility. Other creatures, like the female Himalayan monal, use subtle plumage to vanish while nesting. Young animals are born with camouflaged coats, crucial for their survival. In the Himalayas, the art of not being seen is a fundamental skill. Every creature, predator or prey, is a master of disguise. Blending in is the difference between life and death. Here, invisibility is the ultimate defense. The Himalayas are a stage for a dramatic ballet of predator and prey. Snow leopards hunt bharal, whose hooves grip sheer cliffs for escape. The leopard's long tail provides balance for breathtaking leaps during the chase. It stalks from above, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The attack is sudden, a vertical dance where a single misstep is fatal. Tibetan wolves, hunting in packs, use endurance and teamwork to pursue prey like kiang and yak. Their relentless pursuit forces herbivores to stay ever vigilant. Each hunt is a test of agility, strength, and strategy. Survival here is a constant contest of wits and adaptation. The predator-prey dynamic shapes every life on these slopes. For Himalayan herbivores, finding food is a relentless challenge. Summer brings a brief abundance. Alpine meadows burst with life, and animals like blue sheep and tahr graze intensely to build fat reserves. The tahr browses on shrubs and trees, while blue sheep stick to open slopes, always near escape routes. Pikas, small rabbit-like mammals, spend summer gathering and drying grasses for winter caches. Wild yaks, the largest herbivores, use their strength to uncover frozen grasses beneath snow. Their digestive systems extract nutrition from the toughest plants. Every species has a unique strategy to survive the lean months. Resilience and resourcefulness are key to enduring the Himalayas' scarcity. Here, survival is a daily quest for sustenance. The skies of the Himalayas are home to extraordinary birds, each uniquely adapted to survive in one of the world's most challenging environments. Here, the air is thin, the winds are fierce, and the temperatures can plummet without warning. Yet life finds a way to thrive. The remarkable bar-headed goose migrates over the highest peaks on Earth, soaring at altitudes where even jets cruise. This feat is possible thanks to their specialized hemoglobin, which allows them to absorb oxygen efficiently in the thin mountain air. Their journey is one of the most incredible migrations in the animal kingdom. The lammergeier, or bearded vulture, is a master of survival. Feeding almost exclusively on bone, it soars high above the cliffs, dropping bones from great heights to shatter them and access the nutritious marrow inside. This unique diet sets it apart from all other birds of prey. Grandalas, with their striking blue plumage, form swirling flocks that dance across the sky. Even in the depths of winter, they search tirelessly for insects, braving the cold and snow in their quest for food. Their constant movement not only helps them find scarce food, but also keeps them safe from predators lurking among the rocks and snowfields. The Himalayan snowcock is another high-altitude specialist, living right at the snow line. By day, it forages among the sparse vegetation, and each morning it glides down to lower ground to feed, making the most of the changing conditions. At night, the snowcock seeks safety by roosting on high, inaccessible cliffs, far from the reach of predators. Each of these birds has evolved unique strategies to survive the thin air, biting cold, and unpredictable weather of the high Himalayas. Their resilience is a testament to the power of adaptation. Their vibrant colors and lively calls bring a sense of wonder and vitality to the stark, often silent mountain landscape. In the Himalayas, even the smallest wings are capable of conquering the highest challenges, proving that size is no barrier to survival here. These birds are true survivors of the sky, embodying the spirit of endurance and adaptation in the world's highest mountains. Survival in the Himalayas isn't just about competition. Unexpected partnerships flourish here. The Tibetan fox follows brown bears as they dig for pikas, snatching escaping prey the bear unearths. Mixed species bird flocks forage together, increasing vigilance and efficiency while reducing competition. Marmot alarm calls warn not just their own kind, but also blue sheep and birds, creating a shared early warning system. These alliances, whether intentional or accidental, help many species thrive. The web of life here is intricate and interconnected. Cooperation can be as vital as competition. In the Himalayas, survival often depends on the actions of others. Every relationship shapes the mountain community. The Himalayas are full of hidden stories. The Himalayan jumping spider survives at over 6,500 meters, feeding on wind-blown insects. Royal's mountain vole tunnels beneath alpine meadows, aerating soil and channeling water, supporting the ecosystem. The dipper, a small bird, flies underwater in icy streams, hunting aquatic insects. Each of these creatures is a specialist, thriving where few others can. Even legends like the Yeti have roots in real animals. Many sightings are likely Himalayan brown bears. These tales blend myth and reality, adding to the region's mystique. Every small survivor plays a vital role in the mountain's web of life. The Himalayas' lesser-known residents are as remarkable as their famous counterparts. The Himalayas, though mighty, are fragile. Rapid climate change is shrinking habitats and disrupting the delicate balance of life. Species adapted to cold are pushed higher, squeezed into shrinking pockets. Human activity, grazing, roads, and poaching adds further pressure. Yet, hope remains. Conservation efforts and community partnerships are making a difference. Predator-proof corrals and sustainable tourism help protect both wildlife and livelihoods. The fate of the Himalayas is tied to our own. Protecting this ecosystem safeguards a vital part of our planet's heritage. The future depends on our choices today. The roof of the world must be preserved for generations to come. Step into a New Zealand forest and you're greeted by a symphony of birdsong. With no native land mammals, birds became the rulers here. The kiwi, a nocturnal, flightless icon, uses its keen sense of smell to hunt on the forest floor. Look up for the kereru, the clumsy but vital wood pigeon, and the tua, a master mimic with a dazzling song. These birds are the gardeners and architects of the forest. In the mountains meet the kea, the world's only alpine parrot, famed for its intelligence and curiosity. The takahe, once thought extinct, is a living fossil, rediscovered after 50 years. Listen for the haunting call of the kokako, echoing through the canopy. Many of these birds are weak flyers or flightless, making them vulnerable to introduced predators. Conservation efforts are helping some species recover, but their survival is a daily battle. Each bird tells a story of adaptation and survival, shaped by New Zealand's isolation. They are the true soul of wild New Zealand. New Zealand's evolutionary wonders go beyond birds. Look closer for ancient reptiles and giant insects. The tuatara, a true living fossil, is the last of its kind from the age of dinosaurs, with a third eye and a lifespan over a century. Spotting one on a predator-free island is like stepping back in time. Meet the weta, giant cricket-like insects, some heavier than sparrows. The mountain stone weta can freeze solid in winter and thaw out alive, thanks to natural antifreeze. In the Waitomo caves, glowworms create a galaxy of light, luring prey with bioluminescent threads. These creatures are vital to the ecosystem, decomposers, pollinators, and food for others. Their survival depends on healthy forests and the absence of predators. From tuatara to glowworms, New Zealand's small creatures are just as spectacular as its birds. They're the unsung heroes of this wild land. Each is a living testament to New Zealand's splendid isolation. To understand New Zealand's wildlife, you must know its forests, ancient living communities. In the north, kauri giants like Tane Mahuta have stood for millennia, shaping unique ecosystems beneath their branches. Southern beech forests, draped in moss and lichen, create a fairy tale atmosphere and drive dramatic cycles of life with their mast years. The understory teems with ferns, including the iconic silver fern and towering mamaku tree ferns. These forests stabilize soil, filter water, and absorb carbon, vital for the land's health. Every layer, from soil to canopy, is interconnected and alive. Walking here is a sensory experience: damp earth, cool air, and birdsong. Protecting these forests is critical for New Zealand's natural heritage. They are the cradle of life in Aotearoa. In the deep south lies Fiordland National Park, a realm of towering mountains, plunging fjords, and lush rainforests. Waterfalls cascade down granite cliffs, feeding forests that cling to steep slopes. The fjords shelter bottlenose dolphins and New Zealand fur seals, adapted to this wild environment. Beneath the surface, a layer of dark freshwater allows deep-sea species like black coral to thrive at shallow depths. Fiordland's forests are strongholds for endangered birds like the takahe, mohua, and rock wren. Its remoteness has protected it, but threats remain. Stoats and deer still challenge conservation efforts. This World Heritage Area is a sanctuary of global importance. Exploring here feels like entering a lost world full of discovery. Fiordland is not just a park, it's a national treasure. Its grandeur inspires awe and a deep sense of responsibility. Protecting it is a challenge worth every effort. The Southern Alps stretch the length of the South Island, a world of rock, ice, and snow. Crowned by Aoraki, Mount Cook, these mountains are ever-changing, with glaciers and rivers shaping the land. Life here is tough, only the hardiest survive. The key and rock wren are true mountaineers, perfectly adapted to the harsh alpine world. Alpine plants like tussocks and the Mount Cook lily have evolved to withstand wind and cold. In summer, the alpine meadows burst with color. The Alps are a vital water source, feeding rivers and sustaining life downstream. Their health is tied to the well-being of the entire South Island. They are a powerful symbol of New Zealand's wild beauty. Offshore islands are New Zealand's biological arks, safe havens for endangered species. Islands like Tiritiri, Matangi, and Ulva have been cleared of predators, allowing rare birds to thrive. Volunteers have replanted forests and reintroduced species, creating sanctuaries teeming with life. Here, you can see takahe grazing and kiwi foraging at night. For the kakapo, these islands are the last refuge. Intensive management keeps them from extinction. These sanctuaries are living laboratories, proving recovery is possible. Their success has inspired the ambitious Predator-Free 2050 goal. Lessons learned here are being applied to the mainland. These islands are beacons of hope and blueprints for a wilder future. They show that with effort we can turn back the tide of extinction. New Zealand's wildlife faces a crisis. Its unique evolution left it defenseless against introduced predators. Polynesian and European settlers brought rats, stoats, possums, and more, devastating native species. Stoats and rats are relentless hunters, wiping out birds and insects. Possums compete for food and destroy eggs and chicks. Habitat loss has compounded the problem. 3/4 of forests have been cleared, fragmenting wildlife populations. Wetland destruction has hit aquatic life hard. Disease, like Kari dieback, now threatens even the ancient forests. These combined threats have pushed many species to the brink. The fight for survival is urgent and ongoing. New Zealand's natural heritage hangs in the balance. Across the sun-drenched African plains, a river of black and white surges forward, the Great Zebra Migration. This annual spectacle is one of nature's most awe-inspiring events, a testament to the resilience and instinctual drive of these magnificent creatures. Thousands of zebras, each with unique stripes, embark on an epic journey, driven by instinct and the search for fresh grazing and water. Their stripes, like fingerprints, are unique to each individual, serving as a natural camouflage against predators. The thunder of hooves echoes across the savannah, a testament to their determination. As they run, they kick up clouds of dust, creating a mesmerizing scene of movement and energy. This is no casual stroll, it's a marathon of survival fraught with peril. The terrain is unforgiving, and the journey is long and arduous, testing the limits of their endurance. Moving as one, their stripes create illusions that confuse predators. This collective movement is a defense mechanism, making it difficult for predators to single out an individual zebra. Every step is a calculation, every decision a matter of life and death. Their keen senses are always on high alert, scanning for any signs of danger. Treacherous river crossings and prowling predators test their endurance. The rivers are teeming with crocodiles, and the land is patrolled by lions, ever watchful for an opportunity. The migration follows the rains, carving ancient paths across the Serengeti and Masai Mara. These routes have been traveled for generations, guided by the promise of lush pastures and life-sustaining water. But what truly dictates this journey? The answer lies far beyond the plains, in the world's oceans. The ocean currents influence the weather patterns, which in turn dictate the availability of resources on land. The fate of these herds is tied to the silent, powerful currents of the sea. These currents drive the rains that nourish the plains, creating a delicate balance that sustains life in this harsh environment. The oceans are Earth's climate engine, shaping weather across continents. Beneath their surface, vast rivers of water flow, carrying heat and energy around the globe. These powerful currents and temperature shifts are invisible to the naked eye, yet their influence reaches every corner of our planet, from the icy poles to the sun-baked savannas of Africa. Subtle changes in sea temperatures, like El Niño and La Niña, unleash global chain reactions. These phenomena may begin thousands of miles away in the Pacific, but their effects ripple outward, altering wind patterns, rainfall, and even the timing of the seasons. What starts as a slight warming or cooling of ocean water can set off a cascade of events that impact weather systems across the world. A few degrees difference in the Pacific can trigger floods or droughts thousands of miles away. In some regions, rivers overflow and landscapes are transformed into wetlands. In others, the rains fail to arrive, and the earth cracks under the relentless sun. These dramatic shifts can happen with little warning, leaving communities and wildlife struggling to adapt. Ocean currents, such as the Agulhas off Africa's coast, transport warmth and moisture inland. These mighty flows act as conveyor belts, delivering life-giving rains to the heart of the continent. Without them, the land would be far drier, and the delicate balance of life would be thrown into chaos. Any shift in these currents can disrupt the delicate balance that savanna life depends on. The difference between a thriving grassland and a barren plain can hinge on the invisible movements of water far out at sea. Plants, animals, and people all feel the impact when the ocean's patterns change. For zebras, these distant oceanic shifts dictate the availability of food and water. Their migrations, their survival, and even their breeding cycles are tied to the rains that the ocean helps deliver. When the grass grows tall and waterholes fill, herds flourish. But when the rains fail, life becomes a struggle. The warming of a distant sea can determine whether a zebra foal survives its first rainy season. A single season of abundant rain can mean the difference between life and death for the youngest and most vulnerable. The fate of each new generation is written by the ocean, long before the first drops fall. The ocean's hidden hand guides their destiny from afar. Its influence is subtle but profound, shaping the world in ways we are only beginning to understand. These events are not random. They're part of a complex, interconnected global system. Every shift in the ocean's rhythm sends signals through the atmosphere, linking distant lands and diverse ecosystems in a delicate dance of cause and effect. The heartbeat of the ocean pulses through the African plains, connecting the fate of zebras, grasslands, and people to the vast, ever-changing sea. It may seem strange, but the Pacific's temperature can shape a zebra's fate in Africa. The link is the atmosphere, carrying ocean signals to the land. Warm oceans send moisture-laden air across continents, delivering or withholding rain. Patterns like the Indian Ocean dipole can bring drought or abundance to East Africa. This tug-of-war directly impacts the grasses zebras rely on. The dance between ocean, wind, and rain is the engine of life on the savanna. For zebras, their world is far larger than the plains. They're connected to the entire planet. The health of distant oceans shapes their habitat. Understanding this connection is crucial as climate becomes more unpredictable. El Niño is the most powerful oceanic event, casting a long shadow over Africa. During El Niño, rains fail, plunging southern and eastern Africa into drought. The warming Pacific disrupts atmospheric circulation, suppressing rainfall. Waterholes vanish, grasses wither, and ancient migration routes become barren. The rhythm of migration is broken. Survival becomes a desperate search. La Niña, El Niño's counterpart, can bring lush conditions, but sometimes too much rain, causing floods. Both extremes, driven by the same oceanic cycle, show how Africa's wildlife is tied to the Pacific's whims. The fate of the savanna is written in the waves. The zebra's struggle is a direct result of distant oceanic forces. For zebras, life is a chase for green grass that follows the rains. Their migration, social structure, and survival hinge on seasonal rainfall. When oceanic events disrupt this rhythm, chaos replaces predictability. Drought turns grass to straw and waterholes to dust, forcing zebras to travel farther for survival. The weakest, young, old, sick, are the first to fall. Predators exploit weakened herds, and waterholes become deadly traps. The rhythm of rain is replaced by the rhythm of ruin. Severe droughts can impact zebra health for years, affecting future generations. Ancient instincts are challenged by a climate that no longer follows the rules. The disruption of the rains is a disruption of life itself. The zebra's journey is a quest for green pastures, a timeless odyssey shaped by the invisible hand of the water cycle that begins far away in the vastness of the sea. Each year, as the sun draws moisture from the ocean, clouds gather and drift inland, promising life to the parched earth. For zebras, these distant oceanic rhythms are the silent drumbeat guiding their every step. In Botswana's Makadikgadi Pans, zebras embark on one of Africa's great migrations, traveling hundreds of kilometers across open plains. Their journey is precisely timed to the arrival of the rains, which transform the landscape from dust to emerald. The promise of fresh grass and water is what drives them onward, generation after generation. But when oceanic events disrupt the cycle and the rains fail to come, the signal to migrate is lost. The land remains dry, and the zebras wait in vain for the life-giving storms that never arrive. In these harsh years, zebras face a terrible choice: stay and risk starvation, or venture into barren lands in search of hope. The struggle for survival becomes a daily test, as the herds grow weaker and the landscape offers little mercy. In bad years, migrations are delayed, altered, or collapse entirely. The ancient patterns that once guided the herds become uncertain, and the future of the migration hangs in the balance. To understand these changes, scientists track zebra movements with GPS technology, overlaying their paths with rainfall and sea temperature data. This high-tech approach reveals the intricate connections between distant oceans and the lives of animals on the African plains. The correlation is clear. When ocean conditions are stable, migrations follow predictable routes and timing. But when anomalies disrupt the system, chaos follows, and the delicate balance between climate and life is thrown into disarray. In this way, the zebra's journey becomes a living graph of global climate dynamics, their movements tracing the invisible patterns of weather and water that shape our world. Their survival is a direct reflection of the planet's shifting climate, a testament to both the resilience and vulnerability of life in a changing world. In every hoofbeat, the ocean's pulse can be felt, a powerful reminder that the fate of the zebras, and indeed all life, is intimately tied to the rhythms of our blue planet. Zebras follow ancient migratory paths, guided by generations of instinct. But as climate patterns shift, these routes no longer guarantee survival. Zebras are forced to explore new territories, facing unfamiliar dangers and obstacles. The pace of climate change outstrips their ability to adapt. Some herds now encounter human settlements, leading to conflict over resources. The challenge is immense, rewriting ancestral maps in real time. Their resilience is tested as they search for new paths in a changing world. The need to adapt is a challenge for both zebras and humans. The zebra's fate reveals a fundamental truth. Everything on Earth exists in a precarious balance. The savanna's web of life is underpinned by climate, and climate by the ocean. Disrupt one part, and the effects ripple throughout the ecosystem. More frequent and intense oceanic events threaten to unravel this balance. For zebras, this means longer droughts, harsher floods, and unpredictable seasons. The migration is a barometer for the health of the entire ecosystem. A collapse in zebra numbers would send shockwaves through the food web. Conservation requires protecting habitats and the global systems that sustain them. The health of the planet is indivisible. The survival of zebras is linked to choices we make as a global community. Watching the zebra migration is witnessing resilience and connection. Their journey is a reminder that we live on an interconnected planet. The ocean writes the story of rain, rain grows the grass, and grass fuels the migration. But now, Those rhythms are changing, and the wisdom of the wild is being tested. The zebra's struggle is a warning. The balance we rely on is fragile. Protecting oceans and stabilizing climate ensures the thunder of hooves continues. The fate of zebras and oceans is one and the same. By understanding these connections, we can protect the magnificent web of life. In the heart of southern Africa lies Zambia Salvaje, a land where the wild spirit of Africa thrives in its purest form. This is a place of untamed beauty and ancient drama, where the landscape tells stories written over millennia. Here, the savanna stretches endlessly, a vast sea of golden grasses shaped by the rhythm of the seasons and the relentless struggle for survival. Each blade of grass, each patch of earth, is a stage for the ongoing dance between predator and prey. Every sunrise brings new challenges. Every sunset, a brief truce in the ongoing battle for life. The sky is painted with colors that signal hope and danger in equal measure. The air vibrates with the presence of countless creatures, lions roaring in the distance, leopards slipping silently through the tall grass, insects singing their ancient songs at dusk. Each sound is a note in the wild symphony of the savannah. This is the Symphony of the Savannah, a testament to the resilience and interconnectedness of this extraordinary ecosystem. Giants roam, matriarchal elephant herds moving with purpose, graceful giraffes gliding across the open plains, their silhouettes striking against the horizon. Flashes of color from birds and insects dart through the air, adding vibrancy and life to the landscape. Each species, no matter how small, plays a part in this living masterpiece. Even the smallest creatures, like termites, are vital architects of the land, shaping the soil and supporting the entire web of life. Their tireless work goes unseen, yet it is essential to the survival of all. Our journey will follow winding rivers, cross vast plains, and delve into ancient woodlands, tracing the lifelines that sustain this wild kingdom. We will seek out the hidden connections that bind all life here, from the largest mammals to the tiniest insects, and witness the delicate balance that keeps this ecosystem thriving. We are here to witness the heartbeat of the savannah, to marvel at the diversity and wonder of Zambia Salvaje, one of Earth's greatest natural treasures, where every moment is a testament to the power and beauty of the wild. Join us as we uncover the secrets, the stories, and the splendor of this wild heart of Africa. The adventure begins now, and the wonders of Zambia Salvaje await. The Luangwa River is the lifeblood of Zambia Salvaje, carving its way through the heart of the wild landscape and shaping everything in its path. Its waters are a magnet, drawing animals from miles around, especially during the harshest months when water is scarce and precious. In the dry season, the river's shrinking pools become crowded oases, intensifying the drama of survival as herds and predators alike are forced into close quarters. Hippos dominate the deep channels by day, their massive bodies shaping the river's course and creating new paths for water to flow. As dusk falls, these giants leave the safety of the water to graze the open plains, venturing far from the riverbanks under the cover of darkness. Nile crocodiles, ancient and patient, lurk at the water's edge, ever ready to strike at the unwary. Their presence is a constant threat, a reminder of the river's hidden dangers. The river's banks are a stage for impala, warthogs, and countless other creatures, each drawn by the promise of water. Baboons, too, gather at the edge, always alert and watchful, knowing that every sip could be their last. Each visit to the water is a gamble, with predators always near and danger lurking just beneath the surface. The Luangwa is more than a river. It's the thread that stitches the entire ecosystem together, connecting every living thing along its banks. Here, every creature's fate is intertwined with the flow of water, from the smallest insect to the largest elephant. The river's constant change, flooding in the rains, shrinking in the drought, is a powerful reminder of nature's strength and fragility, and of the delicate balance that sustains life. In Zambia Salvaje, survival is written in the currents of the Luangwa, where every animal must adapt to the river's moods. Life here depends on the river's pulse, and as long as the Luangwa flows, the wild heart of Zambia will continue to beat. Nothing embodies the savanna quite like a herd of elephants, Zambia's true monarchs, whose presence is both awe-inspiring and humbling. These gentle giants have roamed these plains for generations, shaping the very landscape beneath their feet. Led by wise matriarchs, elephant families rely on deep bonds and collective memory to survive the challenges of the wild. The matriarch, often the oldest and most experienced female, guides her family with remarkable intelligence, drawing on years of knowledge about water sources, safe paths, and hidden dangers. Their low rumbles, often inaudible to us, keep the herd connected across vast distances. Through these subtle vibrations, they share warnings, comfort, and even joy, weaving a tapestry of communication that binds the herd together. Calves are raised not just by their mothers, but by the entire family. Aunties and older siblings all play a role, teaching the young vital skills, how to find food, how to cross rivers, and how to stay safe in a world full of challenges. Elephants are the architects of the land, toppling trees and dispersing seeds as they move. Their actions shape the savanna, creating open spaces and new growth, and providing food and shelter for countless other species that depend on their presence. Their presence creates habitats and maintains the delicate balance of this wild world. Where elephants roam, life flourishes. Waterholes are dug, pathways are cleared, and the ecosystem thrives in their wake. Yet their future is uncertain. Poaching for ivory and the relentless loss of habitat threaten their existence, casting a shadow over the herds that have called these lands home for centuries. Protecting elephants means safeguarding the very soul of the savanna. Conservationists and local communities work tirelessly to ensure these giants have a future, patrolling reserves and fostering coexistence. Their survival is a measure of the wilderness's health, a living indicator of the balance between nature and humanity. To lose them would be to lose a force of nature that has shaped this land for millennia, erasing a legacy written in the earth itself. The elephant's journey is a symbol of hope and challenge for all wildlife, a reminder of resilience and the need for protection. Their story is the story of Zambia Salvaje itself, a tale of survival, adaptation, and the enduring spirit of the wild. We must ensure their legacy endures, so that future generations can witness the majesty of Zambia's elephants and the wild heart of the savanna. Painted dogs, African wild dogs, are among the savanna's most captivating and endangered predators. Masters of teamwork and stamina, they hunt in coordinated packs, relying on communication and cooperation. The entire pack cares for the young, sharing food and responsibility in a rare display of social unity. Their hunts are relentless chases, testing prey over long distances with remarkable success. Yet wild dogs face grave threats: habitat loss, disease, and conflict with humans. Conservation efforts are racing to protect these unique hunters and the vast territories they need. The survival of painted dogs is a race against time, a fight to preserve one of nature's most extraordinary social predators. Their fate is a powerful reminder of what's at stake in Zambia Salvaje. As night falls, the savanna transforms. New hunters and hidden lives emerge. Leopards descend from trees, moving with silent power to ambush prey. Spotted hyenas, misunderstood yet brilliant, hunt and scavenge in complex clans led by powerful females. The night is alive with smaller creatures, genets hunting in trees, aardvarks digging for termites, bush babies leaping through branches. Each has adapted to thrive in darkness, using keen senses to survive. The nocturnal world is as vibrant and vital as the day, full of drama and surprise. Night reveals a hidden side of the savanna, where survival depends on stealth and adaptation. In Zambia Salvaje, the story never sleeps. The skies of Zambia Salvaje are alive with birds, each species adding color, sound, and life to the savanna. Martial eagles soar as apex predators, while battler eagles patrol with acrobatic grace. Vultures gather at carcasses, cleaning the land and preventing disease. Lilac-breasted rollers and carmine bee-eaters dazzle with their colors and aerial displays. Every bird, from the mightiest eagle to the tiniest finch, plays a role in the ecosystem. Their presence signals a healthy, thriving wilderness. The avian world is a constant celebration of life's diversity. In Zambia Salvaje, the sky is as wild as the land below. In Zambia Salvaje, every creature is part of a complex web of relationships. Oxpeckers feed on parasites from buffalo and giraffes, alerting them to danger in return. Termites, the savanna's engineers, build mounds that enrich the soil and support new life. Predator and prey are locked in a dance that maintains the balance of the ecosystem. Lions and leopards keep herbivore numbers in check, ensuring the health of the land. Even the smallest creatures play vital roles in recycling nutrients and sustaining the community. Symbiosis is the genius of nature, cooperation and competition in perfect balance. The savanna thrives on these invisible connections. Every life here depends on another. This is the true strength of Zambia Salvaje. The story of Zambia Salvaje is also a story of people and wildlife sharing the land. For generations, local communities have lived in balance with nature, guided by deep knowledge and respect. Today, that balance is threatened by expanding populations and shrinking habitats, leading to conflict. Innovative conservation models now empower communities to become wildlife's guardians, sharing in the benefits of tourism and protection. When people see wildlife as an asset, coexistence becomes possible. Education and alternative livelihoods are key to a sustainable future. The fate of Zambia Salvaje depends on collaboration between people and nature. Only together can we ensure this wild legacy endures. Our journey through Zambia Salvaje reveals a world of beauty, struggle, and connection. Every creature, every river, every tree is part of a living, breathing whole. But this wilderness is fragile, threatened by habitat loss, climate change, and poaching. The choices we make now will decide its future. Conservation, community, and global action offer hope for protecting this irreplaceable land. We are all custodians of this wild heritage. Let us ensure the heartbeat of Zambia Salvaje endures for generations to come. The future of the savanna is in our hands. There are still places on our planet that feel as though they belong to a forgotten time, where the modern world seems to fade away and the ancient rhythms of nature take over. These rare corners of Earth offer a glimpse into a world that existed long before humans left their mark. The island of Borneo is one such place, a vast emerald jewel in Southeast Asia, home to ancient rainforests millions of years old. Here, the landscape stretches endlessly, a living tapestry of green that has survived the rise and fall of countless ages. The air here is thick with the scent of earth and blossoms, alive with the chorus of countless creatures. Mist drifts through the trees at dawn, and every breath feels like an invitation to discover something new and wondrous. This is not just a forest, it's a living world, a sanctuary for extraordinary life forms. Every layer, from the forest floor to the highest branches, teems with activity and hidden wonders. Towering trees form a dense canopy, casting a green glow on the teeming forest floor. Sunlight filters through the leaves, creating a magical interplay of light and shadow that dances across the undergrowth. Every inch is alive, from the distant call of a hornbill echoing through the trees to the hum of insects weaving their own symphony. The rainforest is a place where sound and silence blend, creating a unique harmony. Borneo is a land of superlatives, holding one of the oldest rainforests on Earth, over 140 million years old. These ancient woods have witnessed the birth and extinction of species, standing as living monuments to the planet's history. Its habitats, from Mount Kinabalu's mist-shrouded peaks to sprawling mangroves along the coast, support unique communities found nowhere else. Each ecosystem is a world unto itself, shaped by time and evolution. Exploring Borneo is humbling, a reminder of nature's power and resilience. To walk beneath these ancient trees is to feel the weight of millennia and the delicate balance that sustains life here. Here, evolution's stories are written in the DNA of every creature. Each animal and plant is a living testament to adaptation and survival in a world that is both beautiful and unforgiving. From gentle apes swinging through the canopy to insects that mimic precise with astonishing precision, every being has a tale to tell. Stories of ingenuity, struggle, and harmony. It is our privilege to observe and understand this remarkable paradise, to witness the intricate connections that bind all life together in this ancient realm. Borneo deserves not just our admiration, but our respect and protection. As we explore its wonders, we are reminded of our responsibility to safeguard this lost world for generations yet to come. Borneo's rainforests are the island's lifeblood, a complex multi-layered ecosystem. The emergent layer's giant trees rise above all, while the dense canopy below is a bustling metropolis of monkeys, birds, and insects. The understory, a world of twilight, shelters shy deer and camouflaged lizards among large-leaved plants. On the forest floor, decomposers like fungi and termites recycle nutrients, supporting the towering trees above. Borneo is home to over 15,000 species of flowering plants, including toothy 500 orchids and carnivorous pitcher plants. The Rafflesia, the world's largest flower, blooms here, attracting pollinators with its pungent scent. Each plant plays a unique role, weaving a web of life that sustains the entire animal kingdom. This botanical richness is the foundation of Borneo's extraordinary biodiversity. Of all Borneo's creatures, none is more iconic than the orangutan, the person of the forest. With their expressive eyes and gentle nature, orangutans have fascinated people for generations, symbolizing the wild heart of Borneo's rainforests. Sharing 97% of our DNA, these great apes live almost entirely in the canopy, swinging gracefully with their long arms. Their powerful limbs allow them to travel vast distances above the forest floor, rarely touching the ground. Orangutans are mostly solitary, except for the strong bond between mother and young, who learn survival skills over years. Young orangutans depend on their mothers for up to 8 years, one of the longest childhoods in the animal kingdom. Their diet is mainly fruit, which they search for high in the treetops, following the seasonal rhythms of the forest. But they also eat leaves, which provide important nutrients and variety to their meals. Bark and insects are also on the menu, especially when fruit is scarce, showing their adaptability and resourcefulness. Using remarkable memory to find food, orangutans remember the locations and timing of fruiting trees across vast areas. As they travel, orangutans disperse seeds, helping regenerate the forest. This makes them vital gardeners of Borneo's ecosystem. Without them, the rainforest's health would be profoundly different. Many tree species depend on orangutans for their survival. But orangutans face extinction due to habitat loss from deforestation and illegal poaching. Their numbers have dropped dramatically in recent decades. Forests are cleared for agriculture, especially oil palm plantations, fragmenting populations and threatening their survival. Every year, more forest disappears. The fate of the orangutan is tied to the fate of the forest. Protecting their home means protecting countless other species as well. Their survival depends on our actions. By supporting conservation and sustainable practices, we can help ensure orangutans continue to thrive in the wild for generations to come. Deep in Borneo's forests lives the Bornean pygmy elephant, the smallest Asian elephant, with unique features and gentle nature. Traveling in family groups, they shape the forest by trampling vegetation and dispersing seeds, acting as ecosystem engineers. Witnessing a herd at a river's edge is a glimpse into a prehistoric world. The sun bear, the world's smallest bear, is another forest dweller, known for its golden chest patch and long tongue for extracting honey and insects. Sun bears are expert climbers and primarily nocturnal, foraging for a variety of foods. Sadly, both elephants and sun bears face threats from habitat loss and illegal hunting. Conservation centers work to rescue and rehabilitate these unique animals. Their future depends on protecting Borneo's wild places. Borneo's canopy is a vibrant kingdom, a living tapestry woven high above the forest floor. Here, the bizarre proboscis monkey reigns, its distinctive nose making it one of the most recognizable primates in the world. These monkeys are not just skilled climbers, but also surprisingly adept swimmers, leaping from tree to tree and even crossing rivers. Nearby, hornbills with their striking casques soar through the canopy, their calls echoing across the jungle. These birds are vital seed dispersers and display remarkable nesting behavior, sealing their mates inside tree cavities for protection. The forest teems with masters of disguise, deadleaf mantises and stick insects, perfectly camouflaged among the foliage. Spiders too blend seamlessly into their surroundings, vanishing against bark and leaves, waiting patiently for unsuspecting prey. As night falls, the forest transforms. New creatures emerge from the shadows. The tarsier, with enormous eyes adapted for night vision, silently hunts insects among the branches. Flying squirrels launch themselves into the air, gliding effortlessly between trees. On the forest floor, the pangolin, armored in tough scales, forages for ants and termites, protected from predators by its unique armor. This nocturnal world is as rich and diverse as the day, filled with creatures that have adapted to thrive in darkness. Every layer of the forest reveals hidden wonders. Tiny insects, reptiles, and mammals, each with their own survival strategies. Borneo's biodiversity is a testament to nature's creativity and resilience. The rainforest's secrets reward only the patient observer, inviting us to look closer and discover the marvels hidden within. The forest floor, shrouded in shadow, is alive with secretive creatures. The clouded leopard, with its camouflaged coat and climbing prowess, is a master of stealth. Tiny mouse deer tiptoe through the undergrowth, rarely seen but vital to the ecosystem. Reptiles and amphibians thrive here, from lungless frogs to gliding lizards. The soil teems with bacteria, fungi, and invertebrates, nature's recyclers. Fungi connect tree roots in a hidden network, while termites and earthworms break down organic matter. Every fallen leaf is transformed, fueling the forest's cycle of renewal. The forest floor is the engine room of Borneo's enduring vitality. Borneo's great rivers, like the Kinabatangan, are lifelines, creating lush habitats along their banks. River journeys reveal proboscis monkeys, macaques, and sometimes herds of pygmy elephants at the water's edge. The rivers teem with fish, supporting wildlife and local communities. Saltwater crocodiles, ancient predators, lurk in the waters, a reminder of nature's raw power. Bird life flourishes. Kingfishers, egrets, and eagles hunt along the banks. At dusk, birds roost in riverside trees, filling the air with sound. The river is a stage for drama and beauty, where countless lives intersect. All depend on the steady, life-sustaining flow of water. Despite its beauty, Borneo faces grave threats. Chief among them, deforestation for palm oil plantations. Ancient forests are replaced by monocultures, devastating wildlife and fragmenting habitats. Animals become isolated, losing genetic diversity and facing increased conflict with humans. Illegal poaching and the wildlife trade push species like sun bears and pangolins closer to extinction. Even hornbills and orangutans are targeted for body parts in the pet trade. Climate change brings new dangers, droughts, fires, and disrupted ecosystems. The challenges are immense, and Borneo stands at a crossroads. Its fate depends on the choices we make now. Yet hope remains. Across Borneo, people and organizations are fighting to protect this natural treasure. Reforestation projects restore habitats and reconnect wildlife corridors. Rescue centers care for orphaned orangutans and sun bears, preparing them for life in the wild. Conservation now involves local communities, promoting sustainable livelihoods and ecotourism. When people benefit from protecting the forest, they become its guardians. The world is connected to Borneo through the products we buy and the air we breathe. Supporting sustainable palm oil and conservation efforts makes a difference. Sharing Borneo's story inspires action and wonder. Together, we can ensure the emerald heart of Borneo beats for generations to come.